Hello and welcome to your midweek installation of the Mum Boss Method podcast. If you're watching this on YouTube, you might see that I'm quite heavily made up. That's because I ran an 80s boot camp this morning. It was so much fun. And whilst I've taken off my leotard, I have kept on my makeup because blue eyeshadow is the one as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, enjoy that. And the frizzy crimped hair, well, it's actually plaited, but anyway, listen, I've just recorded a masterclass for my clients to help them to get through the summer. What do I mean by get through the summer? Right, let's just be really clear. Is summer, and as I'm recording this, we finally seem to have entered summer here in Hertfordshire. It's sunny outside. I'm going to take you-know-who for a you-know-what after I've recorded this. But summer presents us with lots of different challenges. Let's talk about what they are. And actually, before I carry on, this is going to be a bit of a pep talk, because if you're not one of my clients, then I need you to hear that you don't have to use, and you shouldn't be using, the summer as your excuse to not go after your health and fitness goals. But let's just talk about, first of all, where we tend to kind of find it difficult and maybe make those excuses. So, if you've got school-age children, the children aren't at school, obviously, and that might mean you're at home looking after them. It might mean that there's a bit of a mixture. They're going to clubs and stuff. You're having to occupy them. It means that there's no school run. Maybe that's one of the ways that you normally get a bit of steps in. If you don't have children, or your children are older, the summer we tend to have a lot more events. There's a lot more spontaneity because, oh, look, the sun's out, should we have a barbecue? Or you get invited round to people's houses. There's a lot more unplanned kind of socialising. There's events, weddings, birthdays. People tend to celebrate their birthdays more in the summer because the weather is normally nicer, so you can, socialise a lot easier. And then, of course, we've got holidays. You're going on holiday, on your well-deserved summer holiday at some point. And listen, I want you to really enjoy all of those things. I have been enjoying those things for the last 4 weeks, even though the weather's been rubbish. I will be enjoying my summer holiday when I go in 4 weeks' time. But here's the thing. We so often just tell ourselves, you tell yourself, well, I'm not going to start my health and fitness goals now. I'm not going to start on them now because it's summer, it's impossible. The kids are at home, or I've got this wedding and that birthday and I'm going on holiday. And here's what I want to say to you is, if you start telling yourself that now, and you give yourself that excuse, that reason not to do it, in 6 weeks' time, when you decide, right, now I'm going to start focusing on my health, on my fitness, on my fat loss, you are going to be 6 weeks further behind than this time now. And so that's why I don't want you to automatically give up just because it's the summer. I don't want you to make the decision you're not even going to try because it's the summer. Because let me tell you, none of my clients are taking that attitude, because the way that we work, the way that my method works, is to help you to maintain healthy habits. Whether you're on holiday, whether the kids are home, whether it's Christmas, all the time, because that is what makes your life healthy. That is what means you lose weight and never have to diet again. That is what gives you food freedom and freedom to socialise without worrying about what the scales are going to do the next day. And if you can start to learn how to do that in the throes of summer, in the throes of the holiday season, when things are busier and are more social, and you are going away and you are going to be faced with that all-inclusive buffet, if that's what you're going for, if you can start to learn to do it now, it makes it so much easier when it comes to life being a bit more regular and normal and standard and scheduled. And like I said, none of my clients are saying to me, oh, Chrissy, I'm going to leave for the summer and come back after the summer. None of them. My clients are staying. They're staying where they are. They're carrying on. They're going after their goals. They're just tweaking it to make it look a little bit different. And you know what? For some of them, they're like, I may gain a couple of pounds over the summer and I'm okay with that. Some of them saying, hell no, I'm staying in fat loss. I am going after this. There is nothing going to stop me and I'm still going to enjoy my life. And some of them are saying, I'm going to keep up some of these habits. They might look a little bit different and I'll be really happy at the end of the summer if I've maintained my current progress, my current body composition, and then I can decide what I want to do at the end of summer. But I promise you, none of them have said I'm giving up for the summer. And that is because they know that the way we do things around here is by creating habits that last, that don't just happen on the good days, they happen on the bad days. They happen on the days that, you know, we might feel a bit ropey, or they happen on the days that we might have only had a couple of hours sleep, or they happen on the days when we're really stressed, because actually my clients know that these habits help to make their life easier, not harder. Okay, so what am I going to talk to you about today after that little 6-minute pep talk? I'm going to talk to you about how you can just apply a couple of simple principles to help you make the summer still enjoyable, still fun, but whilst you don't have to then get to the end of it and think, oh, I've got to start from scratch now. I've got to, you know, I've put on 6 pounds and I've got to start all over again, and it just feels like an uphill slog and I'm just not going to bother. So these are the things I want you to think about, okay? And it's just a couple of principles that you can lay over your life and you can just apply them to the next couple of months while things might look a little bit different to normal, whether you've got kids, grown-up kids, no kids, whether you're away for the whole summer, it doesn't matter. This is something you can really apply to your whole summer. Okay, the first thing is know what's going on. Have a rough plan. One of my clients, Claire, amazing. I feel like I would like to see this spreadsheet, but it's obviously personal to her. But she was a bit concerned about the summer being a bit all over the place. She's still working. She's got the kids. They're going on holidays at one point as well. And I said, right, just organise, get organised. She did. I said that to her on Monday. And the next thing I know, she's created herself a spreadsheet. She's given the kids access to the spreadsheet. She's got herself organised. Now, listen, you don't have to go to the lengths of having a spreadsheet, but know what's going on. Know when the holiday is. Know when the pinch weeks are going to be. Normally the couple of days before you go on holiday, because you've got to do the packing and the washing and the ironing for everyone, right? Know when, if you're not taking the whole summer off and you're going to be at work for some of it, know when that is. Know when the kids need to be taken to this club or that event. Know when your weddings are. Know when your birthdays are. Know when the barbecues are. Like, roughly get it in a diary. Make sure you understand what's going on. Those day trips out, make sure you know when they are, so that it doesn't get to the night before you're going to Legoland and you think, oh my God, I've not done a picnic. Like, get those things sorted out, know what's going on. Make sure you get organised. That's number one. Number two, and this is really simple, but try to keep some things the same. Now, I go on and on about this all the time. I talk about how My breakfast has been the same or similar for about the last 6 years, and it is not a lie. I keep trying to think back, when did I start having this breakfast? And it's possibly even longer than 6 years ago. It could be 8 years ago. My breakfast has been the same mainly 6 days a week, if not more. I have the same breakfast over and over again, and I might change the fruit, and I might change the protein powder, and I might change the yogurt, but it's pretty much the Chrissy, yogurt, oats, fruit, protein powder, something sprinkly on top. That's what we call the Chrissy in the Mum Boss method. And it just makes life easier. It's one meal I know is going to set me up for the day. It's plenty of protein. I'm going to stay full till lunch. So here's what I want to say to you. What can you keep the same? Is it your breakfast? Is it your regular gym classes? Is it your regular run with your friend? Is it your regular really long dog walk with all your dog parent friends in your town? Right? What can you keep the same? That it doesn't matter whether you're on holiday, you're at home, what are the things that can stay the same? Because structure is your friend. Routine is your friend. Even if you think you're not someone that enjoys routine, I promise you, find the things that can remain constant. And that is why I enjoy having the same breakfast every day. And I finish that breakfast and I think, I love that breakfast. I can't imagine eating anything else. But apart from just really enjoying it, I know that's what tick, one meal, one habit done for the day that I know is completely goal aligned. So what can you do to help yourself there? What can you keep the same? Number 3 is, do you need to shift your non-negotiables a little bit? Do they need to look different? So here's mine, right? Here's an example. I easily, most days, hit 10,000 steps because of the dog, right? I might, on a rainy day, particularly a Monday where I tend to spend a lot of time sitting at my desk, it might be a bit less. This Monday it was like 9,000. But I more than make up for that the rest of the week. When I go on holiday on the 14th of August, I will not have my dog with me. I will be in France where it's hopefully really hot, and at the moment I don't know what my surroundings are going to be looking like where I know whether I can get a walk in or not, right? So I need to adjust my non-negotiable for walking. So I might adjust that to, right, non-negotiable is 6,000. That should be easy, with running around, with playing with my nephew, and walking around the house, and maybe walking into town for dinner in the night. That should be easy. Ideally, I'd like to get to 8, and that might mean a little bit of exploring and seeing if I can find somewhere to go for a walk once or twice a day. So where do you need to shift those non-negotiables? For me as well, I normally go to the gym 3 times a week. Okay, I'm not going to be able to go to the gym. I don't want to go to the gym while I'm in France. I do not want to be looking for a gym and paying for a 2-week membership. Not going to happen. I am, however, going to take a couple of weights with me because we drive, and I'm going to give myself the target of 3 home workouts for the time that we're away, for each week that we're away. Because I know I can manage that, and I know I enjoy it, and I know it sets me up for the day. So what are your non-negotiables going to look like? What do you need to change? What do you need to shift? And my 4th and final tip is about remembering what is most important to you across this time. So if you are going on a family holiday like I am, for us, it's about making memories. It's about having a nice time together. It's about chatting and enjoying that time. And so that is going to guide all of my decisions, which will mean, yes, I'll take my laptop and I'll take my work phone. Am I going to sit there with my work phone on my sun lounger all day? No. Am I going to be on my laptop all day? No. Am I going to allow the fact that I've only got 7,000 steps in on a day mean I'm not going to sit and enjoy a post in a chat with all of my family? No. Think about what's important to you. Think about what, what it is that you want to, how you want to feel at the end of the summer. Like I say, the driving force for me and my family at the moment is spending quality time together and making memories. That's the most important thing for me for this summer. So in the 4 weeks leading up to our holiday, whilst Charlie's off school, I'm going to make sure I take him out for breakfast a couple of times, take him out for lunch, that I make sure that we spend some quality time together. After all, he's 13. He's not really wanting to spend loads of time with me at the moment. And then when we're away, it's going to be more of the same. So think about what is most important to you. So you've got 4 things there to really help you. I started with a bit of a pep talk, but if you just think about these things and you apply these to the next, however long you're off for, 6, 7 weeks, whether it's with kids or without, that will really help you. There is no reason you need to give up on the fun, on the social life, on any of that stuff in the summer, but you also don't need to give up on your goals. You don't need to give up on your health, your fitness, your fat loss goals. And if you're listening to this and you're thinking, oh yeah, she's absolutely right, I need a bit of help with this over the summer, check the show notes, get in touch with me, come and find me. You can find me on Instagram at the Mum Boss Method. You can find me on Facebook, Chrissy Hiller. Come and find me and send me a message, and I can help you. I can help create specifically for you a tailored plan for you for the next 6 to 7 weeks, so that you finish this summer and you've made progress, whatever that looks like to you, rather than thinking come the 1st of September, oh my God, I need to start again. So come and find me. I would love to help you. And if you enjoyed this podcast, make sure you share it. And I'll speak to you next week, because that's what I do. Have a good summer.